Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Sagittarius. That Ace of Cups is determined to come out. Sagittarius, new love experience. Someone's cup runneth over here. A love letter. Ooh, some of you won't see this coming. But it could be an energy of someone here of two minds because they're kind of frozen in indecision, but someone is going to take the blindfold off and see. And this is often when someone doesn't see it coming. Might be focused on something else. Look at that. Ooh. Oh my gosh, Sag. Look at that. It's time to make a decision. It's about seeing, not seeing it coming. Someone's cup runneth over though. But look at that. This is about someone making a commitment. And it could be, like I say, just to go to a date, but it's a guarantee. You got a blessing coming in. This to me looks like a blessing. Look at that. See, long-term stability, partnership, some sort of commitment. This is often a place where people socialize. It's safe. It's often family friendly. It's where people often spend money. Sometimes it's a restaurant, but things like this. But it's all about long-term stability. Yeah, look at that. This is a blessing coming in. Some of you could have some money coming in too. But this is someone not seeing it coming. Oh, we got someone up in their head. See, frozen in indecision. King of Swords. Somebody comes across as a little unavailable. But this is how someone's seeing. So this is that energy. It's a person who needs to make a decision. Yeah. It's an energy of truth, seeing truth. Someone's learned something here. See, it's about stability. Ooh, the things you have in common, compatibility. But this is about going down this path. Someone's learned something, and I do feel something they didn't see, but their cup runneth over. They're now looking at this and they're seeing some truth here because this is about truth. Long-term stability, the things that two people have in common, but it's doing things together, spending time together. This is someone who sees the bigger picture. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is the happy home, happy life, things you have in common. It's about being emotionally fulfilled. There's happy times ahead here. This is someone strategizing. They're strategic. They are, I feel, indecisive, or just it's about how someone's feeling, a new emotional experience. But it's all about seeing. Yeah, it's a person who's curious. See, they're learning something. Curiosity. But it's all about learning and not seeing it coming. Now we have a person, harmony and balance. See, someone hears of two minds, whether someone's their type or not too, but it is about coming in right. Whether someone's right for them, but this is a new emotional experience. This is someone who has experience, but nothing like this. Look at that. We have an Empress. The Empress is about to receive. This is the start of something new. So it is about coming in right, doing things the right way. But this is someone learning here. See, to me, it's a new emotional experience. Even though they have experience, but what they're learning is the things you have in common. See, it's about doing things together, spending time together, making a commitment. The Empress isn't going to see this coming. Look at that. I see someone laying a foundation. Ooh, this person comes in right. They lay the foundation, offer an invitation to, it could be someone's home, but it's a solid foundation, building things on the solid foundation. This person, they know, this is someone who, they're wise, they know, but they've learned something. Yeah, it's about stepping up to the plate. This is someone who's let go of all their baggage too. Yeah, it's about being reliable, but it is an energy of, someone may have cut somebody out at some point too because they didn't speak truth. See, it's someone who likely, it's a person about to make a decision, probably between two situations or people, but it is about letting go of baggage. This is someone who can handle a lot. They can handle whatever comes their way. They have experience, but it's about stepping up to the plate, laying the foundation. Tell me about this King of Swords. Yeah, see, spark desire. Inspiration. They feel inspired. Yeah, the things two people have in common, but it is stepping up to the plate. It is also boundaries. Somebody may have, they may have cut someone out because they didn't speak truth. So that's an energy where this person's about to make a decision whether someone's right for them or not. But it's all about what they're learning. So this person literally, I see Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, strong Libra, but it could be any aspect in their chart because it is just all about learning experience. See, they feel inspired. Ooh, they want to build the foundation. It's all about harmony. Making things right, doing things right. Look at that. They want to build. So they feel inspired to build, to put in effort. Oh my gosh, the things you have in common. It's going to be two people literally working out. It could be at a gym for that matter, you know, but it is an energy of inspiration. See, it's about this person's strategizing, creating opportunity. So it's about creating the opportunity here and laying the foundation. Look at that. Some of you have multiple opportunities, but it is working. A lot of focus on work, what someone does for work. So it's an energy of a person kind of focused a lot on work for sure. See, this is someone who could be someone paying off bills, debt, feeling prepared. But this person is definitely a worker. And I do feel this energy of working out, but a lot of focus on work. Yeah, it's all about building, coming up with opportunities, ideas. See, creating an opportunity to connect here. Yeah. Some of you have multiple opportunities. I can tell you that right now. But this is about connecting. Making a connection, talking. See, there's curiosity, everything being learned, what someone does for work. But you can see it's a new emotional experience. It's someone who kind of doesn't expect to feel this way. Ooh. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. Why is it here? Yeah, see, it's about giving and receiving. Someone talking to someone. There's the sharing of information, people talking, collaborating. So this is about sharing of information, truth. Someone's learned something because it's a person who's reached out. See, the Empress is just sitting here being still. This is someone stable. They're open to offers, opportunities, ideas. This is someone who's available. Ooh, they've learned this, but what's interesting is people sharing, talking, collaborating about getting together, some kind of gathering. So it's all about creating opportunity. See the inspiration? So someone learning that someone finds them attractive. They're sharing this with people. Someone's sharing this. Yeah, see, it's all about taking action, decisive action. This is someone who thinks they're of two minds. They think it through, choosing their battle. So someone's about to make a choice. Look at that, multiple opportunities, things speeding up. This person knows. They know what's expected. But I'm going to tell you, this is unexpected how this person feels. Someone who doesn't expect to feel this way, but what they're finding out. See, there's people, mutual friends, people talking, connecting, and sharing information. So they've learned something because they've been talking to people here. They want to know. They could be finding out that the feminine is curious about them. But this is Star, the hope. See, it's about it's about being real, looking at the reality of the situation. But there is mutual friends talking and sharing information. This person feels very hopeful. But they could be also finding out that this feminine has other opportunities coming in. So they need to hurry up. I mean, it is an energy of movement, making a move. But it has to do with opportunities. This is someone who's definitely busy. They have a lot on their plate, but they're releasing this. See, they're letting something go here. Someone's cutting someone out who I feel isn't right for them. So it's a person making a decision here. Yeah, this is an Emperor. Oh my goodness. The Emperor is definitely this person's stable. They focus on work. They have a lot on their plate. They get busy, but they're releasing this. They're letting something go. So I feel they're letting somebody else go possibly, but anything that no longer serves, they're releasing it. This is a person preparing. And it is about laying a foundation, building a foundation. It's all about coming in right, doing things right. But this is somebody who's kind of two minds back and forth. They have to make a decision. They want this because it's a person who doesn't expect to feel this way. They're not expecting all this, right? Yeah. So it is somebody who definitely is a plan, prepare ahead kind of person. Oh, they don't expect to feel this way. This person's all in their feels. I tell ya. This is someone making it happen because they are strategic. Emperors are always strategic. They kind of calculate the situation. They look at the facts. But they don't expect to feel this way. But I feel they're finding out about this other person, the Empress here. Yeah, Emperor energy. But it's how they feel. See, this is somebody all up in their feels. They're catching feelings. They want to connect. See, they've been preparing. So it's coming up with, I feel this is about creating. See, feeling inspired. Someone's sharing information. They feel very inspired to create an opportunity. So I wouldn't be surprised there's people here. The King of Pentacles could literally be a friend or a mutual friend. See, it's about hosting. See, creating an opportunity. This person doesn't expect to feel this way, but look at that. They are calculating the risk. They look before they leap. But this person's going for it. They feel inspired because they're learning about this Empress. Oh, yeah. Somebody who's been crushing for some time, too. See, they're all in their feels. They long for love. But it's a person here kind of like, it's romanticizing and fantasizing. So full of emotion, but they are calculating the risk, but they feel inspired to take a leap of faith. Look at that. I wouldn't be surprised this is somebody who's been holding a torch. They've been busy dealing with things. See, it's all about finances too. Paying off debt, bills. They have a lot on their plate, but they're releasing all this. They have no baggage. There's no baggage here. I love that too. See, letting things go. But I wouldn't be surprised at someone dealing with someone who's not right for them and letting them go, because they are very logical. They look at things in a couple different ways. It's about being fair, but it's about doing things right, laying the foundation. Oh, look at that. See, inspiration. They're coming up with ideas. I love this. And the Empress is always open to opportunities and ideas. I see creating opportunity. And I wouldn't be surprised this is someone in the social circle inspiring this person. But it's an idea, and that moment of truth and enlightenment. See, they're going, aha. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they see the bigger picture too. They know what's expected. They know what they need to do, but they don't expect to feel this way or finding out how the other person feels. And then they start to, oh my gosh, this person. Yeah. See, it's all about perspective. And it is perception too, because it's how someone perceives something to be. Then they find out truth. Now they're having a little introspection. They're looking at things different. I feel like you're different than their usual type. And it could be someone's first perspective, and other people's opinions. But this is someone trusting themselves to make their own decisions. But it's other people's opinions and perspective. But it could be someone's first initial perspective of someone. It's changed. And it actually could be the feminine too. But look at that, crossing paths, coming together. This is someone making a choice, a decision. It's someone at a crossroads. And I do feel it's someone choosing, making a choice, probably cutting someone out who's not right. But this is about doing the right thing, going down this path. It's about two people coming together. See, it's about creating opportunity. They feel inspired by someone. And it could be a person here who's a King of Pentacles, a friend or I don't see acquaintance, I see friends of friends. And it has to do with connecting and going down this path. Yeah, see, there's a lot of interest. See, learning. This is someone learning that you're interested in them. If you are the feminine, if you're the masculine, this is where it's about See, all the things that two people are interested in, the things you have in common. So there's something shared. But there's people talking, sharing information. So they've learned something. And it could be where the feminine is curious. It could go that way. But I love this because this is about interest, investing. This is someone who really is in their feels. And I wouldn't be surprised with the King of Pentacles, it's someone who acted like they weren't interested. Or they're just two people checking each other out. One person looks at what the other person, they look away. Because it's all about preparing inspiration and ideas. Ooh, this person. I got to tell you, they are very strategic. I mean, it's an emperor, but this is mastering the King of Cups. This is someone who's not ruled by the emotions. They often come across as a little cold or judgmental, but they are someone who I feel is fair. They try to do things the right way. So I think it's a person who's been preparing themselves here. And it is all about their feelings, emotions, where they don't expect to feel this way. Yeah, but this is someone who's... I don't think they're telling someone else. It's more like what people are sharing with them. The sharing of information. Yeah, there's interest. And there's the energy of the Three of Wands. Every time I shuffle, it wants to come out. See, it's about someone expanding the horizons. It's about leveling up, expanding the horizons. There's expansion. So there's an energy of, feeling, I feel this person feels lucky, fortunate, but it's really interesting that it has to do with, I think they're finding out truth that the other person's interested in where they maybe felt they weren't. But it's an energy of someone who's been waiting patiently. This is someone who's waited for the right person to come along, and then they come along and they're all in their feels. I mean, their cup literally runneth over with emotion. So it's this opportunity, a fresh new start. But it's someone who's been focusing on their work, their job, their career. See, being all ready. Someone who's been preparing, waiting for the right person. Then when it comes along, they it's likely they don't see it coming. But I feel the feminine's the one who's not seeing this coming. Look at that. See, it's all about taking control, determination to succeed, leveling up. Definitely financial level up here too. I wouldn't be surprised, but this is an energy of sheer determination, strong mind, strong will to make this happen. They feel confident with what they're about to do here. And this is somebody who just swoops in out of the blue, They suddenly decide to go for it. So they have that spontaneous side, but they calculate the risk. And it is definitely this person just going for it, like living in the moment, very spontaneous. It's putting all the cups on the table, but they see the bigger picture. They to me, it's someone who kind of plans, prepares mentally, emotionally for how it'll play out. It may not play out the way they expect it, but it's how they don't expect to feel this way. Oh my gosh, look at that change. This could be someone who put on the brakes. Could be someone coming back around, but it's more about change, abundance, a whole new cycle. There's a lot of abundance. This is an energy of a person, it's all about providing, being prepared. Someone who's been preparing themselves, waiting for the right person to come along, and then when they do, they're kind of like so full of emotion. I mean, this is somebody who comes across as cold, but they're not internally. They're kind of hard on the outside, soft on the inside. There's some Cancer energy with this person. Look at that whole new cycle. This is beautiful. See, good luck and timing. This person is so determined, but it's so interesting how they stay in control of their emotions. It's somebody who it's almost like they've been waiting, focusing on that, leveling up, expansion, and now they feel ready, and that's what I feel. But I feel the other flip side of this, because the tables are turning. This is someone who kind of doesn't expect to fall in love or to feel the way they do, but they're trying to control their emotions. It's like they don't want to fall in love, For some, they don't want to fall in love, but they did. So, but it's all that confidence and self-control of their emotions. See, they're hard on the outside, kind of come across as cold on the inside. This person's deeply emotional, kind, compassionate, caring, a very nurturing energy. So I really love this person. Yeah, it's sudden too. See the shock, surprise, sudden, how they feel. But I feel some of you are not going to see this coming because they're making a very powerful move. Nothing is much going to stop this person when they want something. See, there's excitement here too. This person's prepared for the worst. I can see. They're prepared. It may not turn out the way they want. But they have experience. So they kind of... this person knows they need to take the lead for starters. But it's the shock, surprise, how they feel. They don't expect to feel this way. So this is probably why someone put on the brakes, if they did. To me, this is just sheer determination. Someone who's planned, prepared, the right person comes along, they don't see it coming. It's such a shock and surprise. Often that's just overwhelming. But I also wouldn't believe someone has cut someone out, ended a situation. See, they've let go of all their baggage. They are stable. And it's also learning that the other person is too. Like, it's almost like too good to be true. They can't believe it. But if they did put on the brakes, they're doing an about face. It's a U-turn. Because there's change. Beautiful change for the better. A whole new chapter. See, a lot of growth and abundance. Tell me about the Emperor. One thing about this person, this is a person who, like I say, they're a little hard on the outside, you know, kind of critical, sometimes judgmental, but someone who always tries to be fair. So it could be someone who put on the brakes. Maybe they feel they weren't fair. They judged someone. But they're letting go of all this baggage. And I feel this is about stepping up to the plate. See, this is the thoughts in their head. They're very strategic, the way this person thinks. And I'm going to tell you about this person. They need that mental connection. It's an energy of connecting with someone who's their type, someone they can talk to. Because this is a person who's really looking at that energy. And they are very strategic. Like I say, they have a tendency to overanalyze. So if they did put on the brakes, they're taking another look. They're looking at self too. Yeah, definitely. But I love their energy because they are, look at that. See, they feel inspired, the things they're learning, the things you have in common. But it's about going, this is someone who never thought they would go down that path again. It's almost like they're in their head, like, what was I thinking, right? But they see all the things you have in common and never thought they'd go down this path. They are so determined because they don't expect to feel this way. It's a shock to them. Look at that. There it is. The King and Queen of Cups, the things you have in common. It's about being emotionally available, being open to receive. This is somebody who's very much, I feel now, very much aware. It could be where they're finding out someone really cares about them, really loves them. I mean, the star is an energy of hope and desire. But it's often someone who feels like it's too good to be true, you know, because they're very skeptical. But like I say, they've learned something here. See, manifesting, mirroring the things you have in common. There's a lot of desire. This person's good at manifesting. They're very creative, and I do think creating opportunity. And that's why I kind of feel they got some people around them here. And maybe inspiring them, just go for it. Just do it. Just go for it. Take that leap of faith. Yeah, it's all about being inspired, and that's what I feel in creating opportunity. This person is so full of emotion, you probably would never know it. Because they come across as like, you know, a little aloof, not interested, you know. They have that sense, but they are very practical. They are very grounded. So this is about all of this preparing. It's head over heart energy, see, preparing mind, body, and soul kind of energy. But it's about soulmates and connecting. This is someone who's waited, I feel, for a long time to connect with the right person. I think you're going to be manifesting each other here, because it is about laying the foundation. See, this is somebody who ended a situation because there was no foundation. It was built on shaky ground because they had nothing in common. They never spent time together, didn't do anything. It's almost like two people who just weren't right for each other. See, it because of that Two of Wands energy. So two people may have gone their separate ways, but if that's the case, it was probably mutual. But this is about manifesting new. And this person's so prepared, and they do not expect the soulmate connection. This is what this person wants, is their best friend, someone they can talk to, deep conversations. But it's that their best friend. See, this is this person too. And they know it's probably going to be a friends first. This person has confidence. They're content with being friends first, because they have confidence that this can go to the next level. This person's so ready for this. Yeah, see, there it is. This is the U-turn. And this person's definitely feeling so confident. They're swooping in to take control. They're making the move. A very powerful move. This is a person who is very much a masculine, very much in their power. But it's the power between two people, this Emperor and Empress energy. Who the Empress is, I don't know. You could both have Cancer energy in your charts here, but it is about determination to succeed. They're confident. They're okay to be friends first too, because they have that King of Pentacles, but I feel it's someone around them inspiring them. And they've learned something because there's been the sharing of information. See, out with the old and in with the new. This person's making a decision. They feel confident with the decision they're making. So this is someone who I feel has let someone go, who possibly wasn't honest. Emperors expect loyalty, integrity, and they have integrity too. Yeah, I do think people really like this person. I feel they're popular. They could be well known with the star, but it's someone who's known for their integrity and their loyalty. They get things done. See, very creative. They get it done. And the Three of Pentacles is that doer energy, someone who does things. They get it done. But it's the energy between the two people here. So this person's making a big, big decision. See, they're letting go of anything that no longer serves. If they are someone who works a lot, workaholic, they're going to release this and find more balance, because it is about making someone a priority. They're prioritizing. They know what they need to do. I love this. Take care. Bye for now.